Hello YouTube. In this video I'd like to explain why guitar chords look like they do. The reason chords look the way they do is because the way the guitar is tuned. And the way the guitar is tuned is your lowest string, which is an E, is tuned to an E. Anyway, the next string is an A, which if you go up on the E string, E, F, G, A, is on the 5th fret of the E string. The next string, the D, is tuned to the 5th fret of the A string. Then the G string is tuned to the 5th fret of the D string. But then the next string, the B string, is tuned to the 4th fret. So the 4th fret of the G string to get the B, and then it goes back to the 5th fret. So what that is 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So what that gives you is a group of 4, these 4 strings, and a group of 2, these 2 strings, and a gap in between, because it's 5, 5, 5, 4, 5. So that gives you a group of 4 and a group of 2 with a gap in between. So on these 3 strings, the highest 3 strings, in order to play a happy sounding or a major chord on these 3 strings, it's played like this. Second fret of the E string, 3rd fret of the B string, and 2nd fret of the G string. So it's a triangle shape. Okay, and from a scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, this chord is the first one, the 3rd one, and the 5th one out of that scale, which is a major scale, a happy sounding scale. And the root of the scale is in the middle of the position. And then this is the 3rd of the scale, and this is the 5th of the scale. The 5th happens to be on the bottom in this case. Now you can take this position and just slide it up and down the neck. As you can, and that changes the key. When it's on this fret, it's a D chord, which doesn't really matter right now. What does matter is that when you take this happy major position and move it over one set of strings, this is the note that's jumping the gap and needs to move down 1 fret to correct that distance. So you have a triangle shape, and then you have a straight line, because this one jumps the gap, this note jumps that gap, and needs to move down to keep the distances the same, because the reason it sounds the same is the distances between the notes are the same. Now if I just move it over and don't change it, don't fix it, it sounds like that. But when I move this note down 1, then that corrects it. So when you jump the gap going that way, you go down 1 fret to fix it. When you're going that way across the gap, you go up. So when you're going up in pitch towards the higher strings, when you go towards the up direction, you go up to fix it. When you're going towards the lower strings down in pitch, then you go down to fix it. So now when I go from this straight line position and move over to the next set of strings, like this, you need to move this one. This is the one that's jumping the gap and needs to move down 1 fret to fix. So the distances are all the same and the sound is the same. So that's why chords on a guitar look different. These are the major chords. Now we'll get into the sad chords, the minor chords, on another video. Okay folks, so that's why the chords look different as you go to different sets of 3 strings on the guitar. So on the high 3 strings, it's a triangle shape. As you head towards the lower strings to the next set of 3, it's a straight line. And then when you go across to the next set of strings, to the lower set of 3, the next set of 3, then the note that jumps the gap's got to move down 1 fret. Now the fingering changes, of course, to make it easier for your hand to fit the correct fingering for that sound. Now the sound is, you have that sound because you're playing the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th out of the major scale. So that's why these 3 chords look different. Now if you were to take that same E chord when it's on that fret and move over 1 more set of strings, you wouldn't need to change anything because nothing is jumping the gap. Sometimes you might not be playing those notes to make that chord sound good, but that's why you wouldn't need to change when you jump over. Bar chords are another thing, scale information's another thing, but we'll get into that in another video. I just wanted to explain why these 3 chords look different, and it's all because the tuning of the guitar is different on that where the gap is. It's 5th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret, 4th fret, and then back to 5th fret. And that's how it works, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. If you like this information and you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And click the bell if you'd like more notices in your email when a new video comes out. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.